Hello everyone and welcome to Yelgar Club SolidWorks training program. This is third video of this program. In this video I am going to explain swept boss, lofted boss, swept cut and lofted cut and how to apply a specific material to your component. So let's get started. First of all I am going to explain lofted boss and lofted cut. So for that I am going to construct this component simultaneously while explaining. So let's get started. So lofted boss is similar to extrude boss, but only difference is that you can give multiple profiles during extruding that you will understand during this component. So our first sketch is on front plane. It is a hexagon with side 60 mm. So I am giving dimension side 60 mm. I am going to make this horizontal. So as you can see our sketch is fully defined. Now exit sketch. As I explained in previous video, I am going to use reference geometries in this part. So I am going to take reference plane. So the plane will be parallel to front plane at a distance of 100 mm. They are going to two planes. So I am just selecting two. So as you can see in preview, the two planes are showing. So I am just going to click OK. Now I am going to sketch my second profile on plane number 1. Control 8 for normal view. So second profile is circle of diameter 90 mm. So I am going to now sketch third profile on plane number 2, which will be a square of 80 mm side. Now I am going to take third plane, which will be also parallel to front plane, only the difference is it is from 120 mm 150 mm from plane number 2. So reference plane, select plane number 2, distance is 150 mm. Okay, so as you can see third plane is generated. So I am going to sketch. The fourth geometry will be also a circle with diameter 120 mm. One more thing is that I have selected these dimensions randomly. So as you can see there are 4 sketches. So I'm going to just hide the planes. Right click and click on hide. But if you hide the planes, you can see the planes in design tree. So just right click on that and again click on show. So you can now see the plane. So I'm going to select lofted boss. So here you can see we need to define two guidelines for the lofted boss. First one is profiles and second one is guide curve. So I'm just going to sketch a basic guide curve. So that will be perpendicular to our geometries in top plane. You can also sketch in right plane. I'm selecting top plane, sketch, Control 8 for normal view. I'm just going to connect these points. As you can see, these points are coincident with this profile, but they are not pairs. So I'm going to just give command pairs, because as you zoom in, you can see there is a difference between both lines. So I'm just going to give command pairs. Just place control and select both the profiles and select pairs. So now as you can see, the point is coincident with the circle. Same with this point and square. Pairs. So as you can see, most of the geometry is defined. So I'm not going to define it completely because I'm drawing it randomly. So I'm going to sketch now a center line around which I'm going to mirror this geometry. Mirror about axis. So as you can see, pairs command is also mirrored. So exit. Now I'm going to lofted boss. So for profiles, I'm selecting these 4 main profiles. So if I do not select guide curves, you can see such geometry or such component, which is little bit disturbing. So I'm just going to give it guide curves. So edit guide curves. Just select this. Automatically it will select whole geometry. Also on this side. Now you can see our component is properly extruded. So now just I am going to create a hole with command lofted cut. For that I am going to sketch on this face. The hole will be one side circle and the other side hexagon. So I am just sketching a circle with diameter say 50 mm. Exit. There is no need to take another reference plane because we already have this surface on which we can sketch. On this face I'm going to sketch a hexagon with side say 40 mm. I'm going to make this horizontal. Exit. Here you can see lofted cut command. So I'm just selecting this. For cut I am not going to give any guide curves. You can also give guide curves to hole or cut, but I am not going to. Okay. So as you can see, by taking section view, the hole with different internal diameter and outlet diameter. Here the profile is circular and here the profile is hexagon. So with lofted boss you can create a tapered geometry or tapered component. The second command I am going to explain is swept boss and swept cut. For that I am going to sketch a elliptical pipe which which have non-uniform bends which you can't create with extrude. So difference between swept boss and lofted boss is that for swept boss you can only give one profile and guide curve, and for lofted boss you can give multiple profiles and multiple guided curves. So first of all I am going to sketch a guide curve for the tube. I am going to sketch it randomly. Another part is 3-point arc. You can also define this guide curve as your requirement, but for because I am just going to give example, I am not going to define it. So exit sketch. Now I am going to select a reference plane which will be perpendicular to this line. So just go in reference plane. First of all select this line, and as you can see the plane is now coincident with the line. Now I am going to select a point, this point. So as you can see plane is now perpendicular to the line. I am just flip the side of the plane. So here flip normal. Okay, now I am going to sketch on this plane. So ellipse. First of all I am going to define its major axis and then minor axis. Smart dimension. So major axis will be say 200 mm and minor axis will be say 50 mm. Exit sketch. I am going to hide this plane for better view. So now I am going to select swept boss. Here the profile will be the ellipse, and the guide curve which is in pink color will be this line. As you can see it automatically selects the continuous path, and as you can see our bent pipe is created, or U-tube is created. Now I am going to cut a circular hole. So I am going to sketch on this plane a circle with diameter say 60 mm. Exit sketch. Now again I am going to select swept cut, which have same, automatically it selects sketch number 3. So as you can see I cannot see the guide curve. I am going to use the same guide curve but I can't see it, so I am just going to select from the design tree. So as you can see the path is selected. So now I am going to click OK. So by taking section view you can see the hole is created. So you can use this command to make various tubes or bent curves which you cannot draw with extruded boss. You can also apply specific materials to your component. For that you can see here in design tree material option, just right click on that and say click on edit material. So SolidWorks have its inbuilt list of materials. So suppose I'm going to select AISI 1020 steel. So you can see here the properties of this steel, like elastic modulus, Poisson's ratio, shear modulus, mass density, etc, etc. So just click on apply and close. So as you can see, the color has been changed and now material is also AISI 1020. So another option is evaluate. Through evaluate you can measure any dimension without going into sketch of that into that particular sketch. So say I want the dimensions of this ellipse, so I'm just going to click ellipse. So you can see the length of the ellipse is 484 mm. Now I want diameter of this circle. So as you can see, I have, because by mistake I have selected both the geometries, it is giving me the distance between 2 points which I have selected on the curves. So distance between them is roughly 22 mm. Also it is showing diameter of the circle, which is 60 mm, and also the origin which I referred for the circle, because I have drawn the origin on center. You can see the center is 0 0 0. So here by using, there is another option which is mass properties. So from here you can see the mass properties of the component which we have generated, and also we have given it specific material. So according to that material it will give us the properties of that component. So density is 0.01 grams, the mass is 1,33,000 something. You can also see volume, surface area, and you can also see center of mass here. So another option is there, you can just create your own center own origin for center of mass. So to introduce that, I'm going to just sketch a simple cube with random dimensions. So simply I have created a cube. So if I click on origin, you can see the origin is here. So now if I go in evaluate and select mass properties, you can see the center of mass is 0 0 and z axis is 50 because I have extruded it for 100 mm. So you can see the z coordinate is 50 here. So I want it 0. So I want the center of mass with respect to say this point. So for selecting origin which I want, I'm going to just click on reference coordinate system. Now I'm going to select origin. So I want this point as the origin. So now I'm going to select orientation of axis. So I want x-axis this line, I want y-axis as this line, and z-axis as this line. So as you can see, automatically they are adjusted. So I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to assign a material for this cube. Edit material. I want iron. As you can see, there are multiple options. You can select any one you want. I am going to select ductile iron. You can see here properties, apply and close. Now I am going to evaluate. mass properties. Here you can see our mass is 15,000 kgs, 15,000 grams, sorry. You can see volume, surface area, and here again you are seeing 50 mm on Z coordinate. So just go here, click on this arrow and select coordinate system 1, which we have just created. So as you can see, the center of mass is now different from previous point. So yeah, but the problem is with material, say I have selected ductile iron, so this color is not so pleasant. So you can also change appearance of this body. So just select all the planes, all the faces, or just select part, whole part, right click on that. Here you can edit appearance, select whole part. Now you can apply any color you want. So I want it red. So as you can see, it is now red. You can also edit appearance through here. You can see in metal I want chrome finish. So here are various types of chrome finish. So say I want chromium plate cast, just drag it and leave it on the component. So as you can see, because we have applied color, we are not going to see any change. So let me just, if you want to disable the color appearance you just gave, just right click on component, select appearance, select whole part, and here remove appearance. You can also do it by just clicking here, appearance, part 5. I'm going to just give it again. You can also remove it by right click, appearance, here remove all part appearance. So now I want finish like steel, polished steel. So I'm just going to drag it on my component. As you can see, the color has changed.